This week I visited Austin. I haven't lived in the city since graduating college and the traffic was still awful. I decided to pull off the road and find something to do until rush hour passed. There was a store that from a distance looked like it might sell costumes for furries. However, upon further inspection, I was disappointed to find out they just sold Western clothing. There was a vegan restaurant, but I don't hate myself that much. Then I saw a barbecue place attached to a convenience store. I'm a sucker for brisket and beer by the six-pack, so I pulled over. It was good, but it made me remember about one of the items on my list. I've always wanted to learn how to make brisket, and this seems like as good a time as any. You see, barbecue has its roots in many different parts of the world. In most of the South, it means pork. In Peru, they grill guinea pigs. And I guess some people, well...
But you made raccoon hash, is that
Raccoon hash.
How exactly did that happen? Did you go out and shoot a raccoon and make some?
In Texas, however, beef reigns supreme, specifically brisket. Brisket is a tough piece of meat and requires a lot of patience. Luckily, I'm the king of patience. I couldn't wait any longer, so I went to the store to find a smoker. Unfortunately, it would take over a week to get the one I wanted, and I didn't want to have to wait, which meant I would need to make one myself. I stole my dad's grill and used my expert welding skills to attach a smaller grill to the side. Then I cut a hole between them. This would allow me to build and maintain a fire in the smaller grill, while smoke and heat would be able to travel into the larger grill where the meat would be. Overall, I was pretty impressed with how the smoker turned out, and with only a few burns on my body. Now came the hard part. In order to render the fat and create a tender brisket, I would need to smoke it for approximately 12 hours and leave time for resting. This meant that if I wanted the brisket done by dinner time, I would need to put it on at 2 a.m. and maintain the fire at a precise temperature throughout the night. So I pulled out a beer and got to work. At first, I struggled to keep the fire hot enough. Then, almost instantly, it was way too hot. Every time I had to adjust the fire, I was assaulted by smoke, which would cause my eyes to burn profusely. Eventually, I got the fire under some form of control and was able to sit back and have another beer. As the sun came up, I decided to put a new piece of wood on and go inside for a 30-minute nap. When I woke up, I realized I had made a mistake. An hour had passed and the temperature had dropped almost 100 degrees. In a panic, I tried everything to bring the temperature back up, but that only resulted in the temperature surging to 100 degrees over where it should be. By now, I had resigned myself to removing and reinserting flaming logs in an attempt to reassert some form of control over what felt like a futile situation. I removed and wrapped the brisket in butcher paper to prepare for the final push. I had spent hours researching and watching videos on how to make the best brisket, but I still ended up struggling every step of the way. My brisket was tough and a little dry in some parts, but it also had good bark and wasn't too smoky. It wasn't perfect, but I learned from it, and next time it'll be better. It tastes pretty good.